How's it going, everybody? I'm Shampoo. This is Anime Central. We about to get into the Attack on Titan episode 16 impressions. But let's go ahead and get into it. Alright, first of all, we start off with they're pretty much still looking into like the loss of these two Titans, trying to see like who used their gear when they were actually weren't supposed to be. So they're kind of investigating the soldiers and their gear, trying to see what was going on there. At the same time, Coney, he was actually there with Armin and Annie, and he was kind of asking like, what are y'all gonna be doing? Have y'all made your decisions yet? And and Annie was like, look, if someone told you to die, would you? And he was like, pretty much like, no. He was like, look, you got to make your decision for. She was like, look, you got to make your decision for yourself. You know what I'm saying? So she kind of put down her word of law right there. So, but it makes sense. You know what I'm saying? You don't do what everybody else is doing. You gotta make a decision for yourself, especially in the world that they live in like that. And then, okay, I gotta say this. The artist formerly known as Bitch, yo. Yes, the artist formerly known as Bitch. That man Jean, okay? There's still some things that I ain't kind of feeling with him, don't get me wrong. But at the same time, I'm glad he finally fucking manned up. And you know what I'm saying, he going ahead, he's joined the Survey Corps now and all that stuff. And he was doing a lot of like recollected and shit. He had a fucking epiphany, you know what I'm saying, he had some enlightenment. And he went ahead and put his best foot forward, even though he was still kind of unsure about it and stuff. He finally made his decision to make that happen. So Aaron and Levy and everybody else are still at the HQ where they were at, and they were actually making their way. They actually started making their way towards the walls. And as this was happening, that night they had pretty much kind of like this gathering, okay? And it was kind of like the official statement, like, look, you're either going to join the Survey Corps, or you're gonna go into a different branch, or you're gonna be military police, whatever. And the commander was up there, and he was pretty much, he pretty much laid down the law. He kind of like scared the shit out of everybody, in a sense. Even the guy came out after he said what he said. He was like, look, you sure you went, I don't know if you went a little too hard on him like that, yo. You need, what I'm saying, you should have went, you should have laid back off him a little bit. But nah, like he kept it real. He kept it how it was. And then after he said all the things he said, man, people started bouncing, man. People started leaving. And then you had Jean kind of just like going through like his whole emotion. He was like, man, don't make me hate myself again and all this shit, because he wasn't sure if he wanted to stay or leave and stuff. I was like, come on, dog, stay, prove me wrong, dog, prove me wrong, stay, son. And then Sasha, my girl Sasha, you know what I'm saying, she was doing the same thing. She was like pretty much like, I'm scared and all this stuff. But like she got it in her to do this. Not then Coney, yo, like he was kind of the same way. He was like, when I left the village, the village would be happy if I joined the military police and all that stuff. But he decided to be like, you know what, I'm gonna stay here, Survey Corps. Of course, Armin and Mikasa holding it down, the Survey Corps. So pretty much a ton of people leave, and like around 16 to 20 of them actually stayed. And that's when they went ahead and properly enlisted them in right there, you know what I'm saying? That is what it is. But they went ahead and did their thing, and then that's when they actually started getting into the training. And they started showing them exactly, talking about taking over Wall Maria. And they actually started telling them about all these details. And when he was talking about these details, even Armin, I was thinking to myself, like, wow, sure you want to go ahead and tell him all this stuff? And even Armin said, it was like, okay, there's something going on here with this speech, because he's making all this stuff public when he probably shouldn't. And even Armin, kind of said that there. But pretty much the idea eventually is to take back Wall Maria and actually get to that basement that Aaron is talking about, where there might be a key or something there that can actually help them out with something with these Titans, definitely. But now they pretty much met up together. You got Eren, Mikasa, and everybody together. And Mikasa, when she first sees Eren, you know, like Eren's like, look, can I go speak to my friends? You know what I'm saying, my classmates and stuff. He was like, go ahead, get going. So he's like, Armin, Mikasa. So he starts talking to him. And then Mikasa's like, are you alright? Did they do anything to you? You know what I'm saying? Did they like torture you, like mentally, physically, all this stuff? He was like, no, nothing like that. And then she started talking about what Levi did to him in the courtroom and shit. He was like that small guy, like, you know what I'm saying? He went too far. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna make sure that he pays for that and shit like that. And like she was looking grisly, yo, like she was dead ass serious about that shit. I was like, yo, don't tell me these two about to get into it eventually, man. And then goddamn Levi comes out, he's kind of looking at him and shit, and then eventually they actually get to the walls and stuff. And at this point we see pretty much the original kind of cast there. You see Jean, you see Coney, you see Christy, you see Mikasa, Armin, Eren, and stuff, so on and so forth. And Jean is pretty much kind of asking these questions. He's talking about how Eren, like, pretty much tried to attack Mikasa when he turned into a Titan, and then, you know, it's pretty much what he heard. And he was asking him about it. And Eren was like, yeah, you know, that's what I was told, because I pretty much don't remember. He was like, oh, so you don't remember it. So this is something that you pretty much can't control, you know? Mikasa was like, you sure this is the right time to be asking these questions and shit? And he was like, look, Mikasa, I mean, we're all not like you. We're all not here to fucking put down our lives for Eren and shit at the, you know what I'm saying, in a split second. You know what I'm saying? I gotta know what I'm fighting for, what I'm willing to die for. And if he's the one that we're supposed to be placing all of our bets on, I gotta know about this. And I was like, you know that, okay, Jean, I see what you getting, you know what I'm saying? I see what you getting at. Okay. And then he pretty much gets to the point, like this is when I thought that he was gonna start, like, after he said that, I was like, okay, cool. But this is when I thought he was gonna start bitching again, okay? But then, like, he was like, you know what? You know what I'm saying? He pretty much saying, I want to believe in you at a certain point. He was like, you know, I want to put my faith in you, Eren. You know what I'm saying? Pretty much trying to show Eren that he's not trying to be a candy ass bitch no more. And I was like, okay, that's what's good. That's what's up. And then pretty much after that, you know, they're all pretty much behind the wall, and Eren and everybody, the whole Survey Corps, they're on their horses and they're actually about to go on their expedition outside the walls. And Eren actually peeps out these two kids in the window, and then I guess it kind of like reminds him of himself in a sense when he looks at them, because, you know, they're like, oh, they're so cool, the wings on their back and the symbol means something, you know, like pretty much shit like that. And he kind of smirks at it and stuff, and then he looks up and he knows someone's like talking to him and everything, telling him what the deal is, that they're actually about to leave. And yeah, they go ahead and head out on this expedition. Yes. But guys, that's pretty much the whole laydown of the episode. I kind of had to run through this really quick because I got some other things to do, guys. But I want to let y'all know that I already actually did the Hunter x Hunter impressions, first impressions. I should be putting that up pretty soon, definitely. But this episode, it was cool. You know what I'm saying? It was very kind of laid back. I did like last week's episode better, actually, because I thought there was a lot more insightful things going on. With this one, it was mainly about Jean and kind of Annie, how Annie decided to go ahead and leave and become part of military police and stuff, and everything, like just about those main certain people, about their final decision after everything had happened through their experiences, whether they actually wanted to be a part of the Survey Corps or not. So I figured that they were kind of the main focus of this episode, and that's cool because they should definitely be shown some of the spotlight from their personalities and everything, and actually how they experience this world. besides being in the midst of battles and stuff and everything. So it's kind of cool to get like what's going on in their heads and stuff. So there was some very interesting kind of conversations going on there, without a doubt. But anyways, guys, I want to thank y'all for watching. Like always, don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe, guys. And I will be back soon. Definitely hold on, guys. I'll see y'all later. Thanks for watching. Peace.